Welcome into the now 2-2 Cleveland Browns report post-game show following 23-20 defeat to the Atlanta Falcons. Really frustrating to see. A lot of thoughts coming out of this game. First one, I want to get across Matthew Peterson here. Joe Woods continuing to struggle without a response to the offense throwing something their way. The second half, Atlanta with their second and third string running back, mind you. You know it's bad when the opposing team goes, I don't even know who that guy is, and he's churning out yards. That guy today was Caleb Huntley and Tyler Algier, just running the football down the Browns' throat. Cleveland was great against the run in the first half. In the second half, about 200 yards allowed. This is where the Joe Woods frustrators like myself come out, where you know they're going to run it and you don't have a response. I don't think this game was lost on the final drive from Jacoby Brissett. I think we saw what you see a lot of times from a backup quarterback, right? Where the ineligible man downfield, Brissett has to get the ball out quicker. His offensive line has a timer. They can't see behind them. They count to 2, 3 Mississippi. They go down the field. Brissett holds on to the ball for too long, doesn't get it to Kareem Hunt. Now you're backed up to second and long, and then you take a sack. Can't take a sack there. Sure, give credit to Grady Jarrett. He made a great play, but Brissett has to know the last thing I can do here is take a sack. And then on third and long, yeah, you can argue, why'd he go for all of it? Go for 4th and 12, give Cade York a chance. That's neither here nor there. This game was lost on that sack, in my opinion. It was going to take a miracle afterwards anyway. I don't think you can really rely on miracles all that often. So what's your one-word reaction to this game? I'm going to go with unacceptable. Can't start 2-2 against teams with quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield, Joe Flacco, Mitch Trubisky, and Marcus Mariota. This defense, granted without Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney, has to produce more against those QBs. Because what's going to happen when it's Lamar, Burrow, Allen, and Brady? You had to get to a better start to tread water for 11 games. I had trap game vibes from the start of the season. A lot of you guys gave me a lot of shit for saying the Falcons might win this game. This is exactly what I was afraid of. Was that the Browns, granted, much different now in season because they didn't have Myles Garrett. They didn't have Jadeveon Clowney. Those are big factors. Only 1 sack on the day from Jordan Elliott. Had some pressures in the first half, some hurries, but didn't amount to anything. Mariota didn't necessarily win this game for the Falcons. He was below average. 100-ish yards, 130, and an interception. And a great pick by Denzel Ward. But the Falcons found some bread and butter in the second half. Running the football. Joe Woods, everyone in the stadium, everyone watching knew they were going to run it. And when an offense can do that to you, where they can tell you at the line of scrimmage, this is trap 32. We're going to go through the 3-hole with our 2-back. And you can't stop them? That's embarrassing. That is, get someone who can do the job. Because if you can't, we'll find someone who can. Right? Just embarrassing for Woods in this defense in the second half. Perrion Winfrey had a nice tackle. Jacob Phillips, just shouting out names right now, on that 3rd and 3, came up with a huge stop to force the Younghoe Koo kick. But ultimately, I don't think this game was lost on the last drive. Whenever you have an offense with a backup quarterback and no timeouts and 2 minutes to go, no one is relying on that team to put on the cape and lead them to a big comeback victory. Appreciate all of you guys that have subscribed, though. 13,000 strong and growing. We're not slowing down. So if you are coming across us for the first time or have not subscribed yet, invite you to do so. Here's my little spiel and pitch to do so. If you're looking for a Browns YouTube channel, it's not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to stand up here and go, you know what, the Browns played tough today, and they really battled hard. Yeah, that's not going to be us here. So make sure you subscribe. make sure you hit that big red button. That's what we can do for you here. We're going to run through some stats here, starting with Jacoby Brissett. And then, hey, Super Chats get on screen. That's the way we roll here. I saw one fly in. Jacoby Brissett, 234 yards and an interception, which leads me to this. Amari Cooper. Well, before the game, I said I'm a little concerned. What happens when Cooper faces a corner like A.J. Terrell, who has that lockdown capability, and you need someone else to step up? And that happened. David Bell came up with 2 grabs. Great to see the rookie get involved. DPJ had that awesome long reception. But ultimately, at the end of the game, needed 2 and didn't touch the football in the final drive. That's a mistake, right? That's something where someone who doesn't even work for the Browns can go, I probably could have told you, you might want to feed Amari Cooper the ball a little bit more here. All right. We got some Super Chats stemming from our live watch party. So if you're watching this later, make sure to join us next week for Browns Chargers. Jarrett, what changes need to be made? I'll give you 2, right? One, an overreaction, and one maybe a little bit down closer to earth. Everyone's going to be saying fire Joe Woods. Because Joe Woods' defense has this issue where when the offense learns its Achilles heel, there's no in-game adjustment. Usually it's the zone defense that gets picked apart, and we all want to just tear our eyes out because they don't make a correction. Today was the run defense. Now, Joe Woods is going to be quick to say to himself, I was missing 3 of my 4 starting defensive linemen. That's a fair excuse to make. But it's the NFL. It's the not-for-long league. If you can't make adjustments, we'll find someone who can. Now for one a little bit closer down to earth of changes that need to be made here. Amari Cooper needs to get the football more. He went over 100 yards the last 2 games. It was quiet today. Now, it's not always going to be, a walkthrough where he goes up against lesser DBs. A.J. Terrell gave him fits today. But you just got to find a way to get this guy the ball more. That, and please never run that end around with Njoku again. That was disgusting. All right, you know what's not disgusting? Making your picks and winning your bets over at our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Browns125. I am not going to advertise betting on the Browns right now, but you can bet on the rest of the NFL, college football, Polish basketball at 2 a.m. They've got it all. Make those picks and make those winning bets at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Browns125. All right, another super chat coming in here from Jarrett. Jacoby had to get the ball downfield. Stop hating. I'm not hating. That's why I said the Browns did not lose this game because of Jacoby Brissett at the end. They lost this game because Atlanta rushed for 200 yards basically in the second half. That is where they lost this game. Jacoby Brissett was not brought in to lead comeback drives with no timeouts in 2 minutes. That was asking more than he's capable of. No offense, Jacoby. He can do it maybe once in a while. He got the Browns in field goal range for Cade York week 1. But this go around, can't do it too often. You want to nitpick Brissett? I'm going to be upset that he, in my opinion, was the reason why there was an ineligible man downfield. Held on to the ball for too long on that screen. You can poke fun at Petonio, but Petonio knows to count to 3 and then go downfield. Can't take a sack in that situation. All right, Jarrett. Now, you weren't hating people in the comments. All right. I think what Jarrett's point stands true of, you will see blame go all around. People will assign blame to Brissett. He threw an interception on the last play of the game, basically. He went for it all on 3rd and very long. Yeah, he could have maybe gotten it to 4th and 15 and attempted a field goal. I didn't like the throw at all. It was a bad throw and it was a bad decision. But the Browns are not losing this game because of that. They lost it before that. All right. Grade the performance A, B, C, D, or F. This will be the last question we ask on today's show for you all to respond in the comments with. I give the Browns a C-. And I think I'm being nice, too. I think you're going to see a lot of D's and F's. I think there can be some good takeaways-ish in a loss. C's average, maybe D+. Yeah, I don't want to inflate the egos anymore of the Browns coaching staff. As for some good news, it looks like the Bills are about to come back and beat the Ravens. So, got that going for us. AFC North, still jam-packed. Steelers in a close game here with the Jets, but you all know the results already after you're watching this. Come back tomorrow as we're going to break down this game in more detail and a little bit more of a calmer head and less red of a forehead. But takeaways to wrap this game up, Joe Woods, once again, whatever it may be, failing to make in-game adjustments. Today was against the run for Atlanta with, mind you, the second and third string running back. Both guys, by the way, who weren't even active for the Falcons to start this season. Imagine, how about this? Imagine if Demetric Felton ran over someone to win the game. That's how the Falcons fans feel right now of like, who? And then on offense, this game was lost before Jacoby Brissett's interception. The penalty, the sack, and the lack of adjustments on defense. That sums it up. That's my three-pronged takeaways right there. And then door number 4 is Amari Cooper. Where were you, dude? Had to get to the ball more.